Hello guys, welcome back to a different type of video for my channel. I figured I would record this at the same time as doing wintertodt on my hardcore series, which if you do want to watch, I will link in the description, or at the end it'll be the playlist button. But I've been soloing wintertodt for the majority of it, and I figured that I would just make a very quick video on how it is I solo wintertodt, and if you want to do it, what you need to do, some stats you need, items you need, and how I do it. It's probably the same as how everyone else does it, to be honest, nothing too special, but figured I would just make another video from this as well as part of my hardcore series. Anyway, so I'll quickly show you the stats that I've got. I'm not yet 99, spoiler alert, just working through it, but at 75 fire making, I've soloed probably about 10 of them, I think, could be a bit less. But the reason why I do solo is, first of all, for the free construction XP, all of that but level 10. So 1 to 10 I did do myself, but from 10 upwards is all from wintertodt, and it's the exact same with fletching. I got from 0 to 10 myself, and then from 10 to 39 through wintertodt, and most of it would be through solo. And some woodcutting as well, but that's just generic. Anyway, so I have soloed most of it, some of it as I said. The reason you would want to solo is because you do get a lot more rolls per crate. Now it does take about an hour, and you do get 28 rolls if you do go up to 12. I go up to 12,500 points, so 12500, and that does cap out at 28 rolls. So I'm gonna go and before we do that, I'll show you what I use infantry wise and clothing wise. So I don't actually have all of the pyro yet, which is really annoying. I managed to get this little bad boy, little phoenix pet, before I even got the garb, which is very frustrating. But you know, it's what it is. So the ring of recall, ignore that, you don't need it. But the full any item of warm clothing, I have the majority clue hunter just with the pyro garb and the gloves, as well as the broomer torch. Now, if you do have a broomer torch, you do not need to bring a tinderbox. Only in wintertodt does this work. The broomer torch does work as a tinderbox, so don't need to take one of those to take up an infantry space. Not that it matters too much, but does help a little bit, probably by about 2 minutes maybe. An axe and a hammer. Now, I would wield my axe, but broomer torch, and secondly, I can't. The important thing about the axe is it doesn't matter what one you have past steel. The steel axe would work the exact same as the dragon axe, for example. A hammer and a knife, which I just put down in the bottom right, just so it's easier to click on the wood, because of course I will be fletching. And then fill the inventory up. I do 20 cakes, and to be honest, sometimes I use 5 cakes. It really does depend, to be honest. But yeah, axe, hammer, knife, about 20 cakes, and then you can get cracking. Now let me just go and find a free world, because there's someone down here, and then I will start with the beginning part of, or how to start a solo wintertodt. So now I have found a world. The first thing I do is grab what just looks like a vial of water, but it's known as a concoction within wintertodt. So grab one of those. Now it should also be said that, I don't know if I mentioned it before, you do need at least 3 herb lore. I think you just need to do the herb lore quest, and I don't know if there is a farming requirement, but I managed to do it at 1 farming or 3 farming or something, or 10 farming, I don't know, but yeah, just so you can pick and make the concoction. So how I would start is, this one's a bit different, but you know, you can always improvise and adapt. So grab 3 concoctions and 3 of the herbs, and go around and heal and light all of the braziers. Now it's more efficient to start off by going straight north, get the farthest one done with, and then you're not tracking everywhere. So northwest or northeast, it doesn't matter, just make sure you go around and you heal all of the pyros if they are down, which they more likely will be, because other people, it's weird, someone has been in here and not finished the game, so it does happen. They may have died, I don't know, but you just want to go around and heal all of the pyros and fix and then light all of the braziers. Now you want to do this and make sure all 4 are lit until about 70%, and then 3 around 50%. Now if you are more than that, it doesn't really matter. And then I stick to 2 at below 25% or 30%. Now whilst you are waiting for this percentage to go down, of course, start lighting some, or start cutting, fletching and feeding the braziers as you can. It's important to get as much of this done in the available time that you have, just to speed up the wintertodt kill. Now it does take a while, so it's very important that you do try and do this, but make sure you don't overdo it. Now it's very difficult to overdo, so don't worry about that. What I mean by overdo is when you go below 3 and start feeding it, because that's a bad idea. You end the game very prematurely. So as you can see, I'm now below 25 wintertodt energy, and the top 2 braziers have gone out. At this point, don't touch them. Leave them there. You won't ever have to touch them for the rest of the game. What you now want to focus on are the 2 southern braziers, east and west. Now, all you want to do is go back and forth between the 2. If one goes out, light it. If the other one goes out, light it. And you want to keep doing this and make sure they're both lit until you get to, I would say, below 10 wintertodt energy. Now it does take quite a while, so you may be running back and forth. If you do have a stamina pot, I would always bring one, but I don't because I've just started the game, or I'm not that far on my account. Now as you can see, now I'm below 10 wintertodt energy. All I'm going to do is focus on either the east or the west. Now this has no reference or no relevance, but I just tend to choose the east side. It's just the way I've always done it. I've 99 to 2 accounts at wintertodt and I've always stayed to the east. You know, if you want to have the east side, west side debate, I would just go into a group of normal wintertodt and do it. But all you want to do at this point is keep healing the pyro, fixing the brazier, lighting the brazier, feeding the brazier, and rinse and repeat. Now, you want to do this until you get between 3 and 5 wintertodt energy. The reason I say this is because you can possibly end the game quite easily if you go below 3. So I would always give myself at least some sort of safety net and stop at 3 or 5. And all you want to do is stand in the safe zone. Now, you probably have to do this between 5 and 10 times, but that's fine. You stand there until your wintertodt energy has gone back up. I personally would say 7 or 8. But in the meanwhile, you can either sit, chill, watch some stuff on your phone, take a break, go make a drink, and you just want to keep rinse and repeating that exact same method until you get to around 12,000 points. It does take upwards of, I say it's about 50 minutes to an hour, so it does take quite a while, but that's the price you have to pay for 28 rolls in the wintertodt crate. Now, as you can see, all I'm doing, chop, 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 fletch, 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 heal, 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 light, 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 maybe fix, fix, fix. I'm going to stop repeating myself 3 times. But you get the gist. At this point, you just do a normal wintertodt. That's all you're doing. And it is boring, and it does take some time, but the rewards are quite good. So as you can now see, I'm up to 12,365 points. Now this is the point where you want to start to end the wintertodt game. I tend to end it at around 12,300, and all you want to do now is repeat the same method that you do to get the wintertodt energy down from 30 to 10 or 25 to 10, whatever benchmark you wish to stop at. So again, it's just back and forth between the 2, waiting for the energy to go down to 0, and you finish the game. Now, I would highly recommend when you are focusing on the one brazier, so like the little step before this, or the part before this is what I would say, take your run energy off, because typically you will need lots of run energy for this, going back and forth, because they go out all the bloody time. I just got quite lucky in this case that I only had to do it 3 or 4 times. Normally the end bit takes around 5 to 10 minutes of just lighting and going back and forth between the braziers. So as you can see, that right there is a solo wintertodt kill done with 12,000 points. Something I forgot to show, and this is recorded after the crate opener, but I will put it in just before, is you'll see the levels that I did get doing the solo. So there was 2 construction level, nearly 3. I did actually get herblore, but I wouldn't really count that too much because you only get 1 XP for making the potions. Just a 1 fletching, but I'm so close to a 2nd, and quite a lot fire making XP. So it's kind of worth doing if you do want to spread out your XP from those skills, especially for me in the position I'm in where it is an Iron Man account and I won't have much coins in the short term to do construction. That any free construction XP is very, very important. So I don't really mind doing solos for that one reason. You know, I would, if I was a normal account, I wouldn't solo it. That's for sure. But because I do kind of want to make the most of the free XP in construction and fletching, I do solo. Of course, the choice is yours, but that's how I do it. Okay, so we're now back with some live comm. So just so I can open up the supply crate and then record it for both my hardcore series and this video. So, of course, you did see we did get. I can't see what points I got. It was 12,575, I believe. So I will get 28 rolls in the supply crate. So let's see what we get. Nothing too exciting. So really not that much. This is quite a disappointing one considering other ones that I have received. 3 emeralds, 3 diamonds, 6 rubies, 3 sapphire, 12 pages, some limestone, just the 1 seed, 19 taramin is quite a lot, 3 irit and 1 renard, some tuna and some salmon, some gold ore, pure essence, maple logs, teak logs, and some money. That's actually quite disappointing considering other ones that I have had, but I can't complain. Anyway, so that's going to be it for the solo wintertodt tutorial, and if you did enjoy, again, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want to catch the Hardcore Iron Man progress, please do give that playlist a look. And again, if you do enjoy, please do show me your support on that. Catch you all in the next one.